Hello, boys and girls, again. Here I am with the daily update of the Call of War campaign I'm playing. So, the only way I can do this is by sharing my screen. As you remember, um, there was no option in my software, Streamlabs OBS, to actually capture this game. So, you can't see my face on the camera, but I'm sure you can live without that. So this is day 11 of Saudi Arabia. Here's my Saudi Arabia. Let's scroll out. And since yesterday, not that much happened actually. A bit of diplomacy, a bit of building. One major infrastructure update I decided on was to build a string of air bases from Saudi Arabia itself all the way up to into Greece and Macedonia. The reason for this is that the the player of Romania is inactive, but before he left, he built a couple of tactical bombers, and they can be very damaging to my tanks. And I've been holding off on attacking inactive Romania a couple of days because I was afraid of sustaining injuries, damage on my tanks. This also meant that I was able to transfer over, since transporting over sea takes a lot of time, but I managed to get a little bit more of artillery here for my impending attack. And here you can see my six Messerschmitt fighters ready to cover most of my attack on Bucharest. Meanwhile, unfortunately, Romania has built two tank brigades in Bucharest, the capital. So that means inactive AI. They build new units. I didn't know that. If you're a veteran player of the game, I'm sure you know that, but maybe that's new information. Here over in the western parts of my holdings, I don't have a lot of forces to defend really. I'm focusing mainly on the area around Bucharest for this attack, and I'm counting on falling back, and when I'm done here, maybe I can send forces down here to defend because Romania is going to have a lot of forces. Also, I can tell that Germany is setting up to to attack. For example, oh, he has right of passage. He's just walking straight through Romania. Here, Romania has two infantry. And I'm sure they're gonna start streaming down towards my border invade here. But I can fall back because there are now no updates here. Former nations fought over this area so much that even if I fall back, all I lose is a bit of morale that I built up. But they're not gonna. The AI nation of Romania is not gonna crush any infrastructure unless they get down here all the way to Greece, where I have a few half-built factories infrastructure. Uh, I don't want that to happen, but I'm willing to cede half of southern Yugoslavia to the AI, enabled to attack here with overwhelming force. Oh, look at this! Here comes the bombers. I guess so. That's two bombers and one fighter. He hasn't built any new ones. I guess that means I can patrol with my fighters over Bucharest, where I think he's gonna land. It's gonna take me 10 minutes to go there. So once my fighters are over here, I will launch the attack on Romania. Yeah, Manshuko has written me a message. Yeah, we can. There's been some diplomatical development. If you watch the coalition screen in Asia here, you see that basically the largest coalition in the world now has 650 provinces. That's a major coalition. United we stand, and that's basically all the nations of Asia, including Central Russia here. I was under the impression, and Germany and Central Russia are allied. Well, they're not in the same coalition, and this coalition is full. They split up Ukraine between themselves. Germany still has a few, kind of like the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact of Poland, actually. When I come to think about it, but Ukraine wasn't prepared to meet and engage these two nations. Germany has quite a powerful army, and that meant that even I had very good relations with him, he wasn't playing, he was inactive, and I just snagged a few provinces here to create some kind of defensive buffer in case Central Russia. But I'm talking to Russia and Ural here and Xinjiang. I'm trying to stay on a good side with them because I'm not seeking conflict with these nations. I prefer to be friends with them. And since as long as they have Scandinavia to take care of, and they have a bunch of inactive AI nations in Central Asia, you know, it's not really necessary for them to attack me, and I don't want to attack them, so that's all good. Here in the very far furthest reaches and the outskirts of my empires, I finally advanced from western Turkestan, secure that, and now I'm heading into eastern Turkestan, and I'm finally getting close to the capital of Turkestan, Stalinabad here, with all its resources that I want to snag. I even ordered my tanks to attack a unit, infantry unit. It's not updated. It's in open ground, so my tanks, I'm hoping it's gonna arrive here in 37 seconds and kill this unit without me losing too much force. But my artillery is slowly grinding down these units, and I captured Samarkand here with a level 3 factory. That was quite nice. So now I have Krasnovodsk, Ashgabat. I have 3 factories in Turkestan. So I was a bit lucky because all the most of the factories I've captured have been level 1, so they were halved or so. So I really have to use a lot of resources to rebuild them. So that's why I have a low number of high level factories. So these are some of the best factories I have here in Turkestan. But to show Xinjiang and the others that I'm friendly and not offensive, I've fallen back one province here, and I'm building a bit of forts to defend Iran and Persia from them. So yeah, I'm putting up a defensive stance here in the east. Um, what else? Well, as predicted, Libya, which is my main friend in this campaign, squashed the Tanganyika armies with its air force very rapidly and efficiently. There's no way you can stand up to concentrated tactical air forces if you have a starting army consisting of light tanks and artillery and infantry and anti-tanks. Exactly what I got in Africa. So basically, I'm living at the mercy of Libya, but I do think he sees an advantage in being friends with me. I definitely aim to keep up the friendship at any rate. And now he's sending airplanes to Spain. He's invading Spain, which has become inactive again. They were inactive, and then I saw them pop up and become green. Ooh, new development. It turns out Quebec, who has taken over the United Kingdom, has invaded a part of Spain. That means there's going to be a conflict eventually between Libya and Quebec. But Quebec doesn't own a lot of land in North America, so I basically don't think he's not a threat to Libya. So they will might just share Spain, and I don't know what Libya's gonna do. Maybe push him out or just leave him to hold half of it. Um, and Germany invaded France and took it over quite easily. It was inactive. I don't think they had such a large army because, and now he's moving all the way, all his forces away from the coast here. So, in case Quebec invades Germany, he's going to be in serious trouble because he's basically leaving this coastline open. But maybe they have some sort of diplomatic deal that I don't know about. He might also be in trouble in case Libya takes out Spain. What's he going to do with his armies here? I don't think they have a diplomatical relationship, so I expect Libya to invade and take over Germany in a couple of days. Not now, but sooner or later. That's a prediction. Day 11. We'll see if that happens. Um, what else? Oh, yeah. a bit about my war in. I waited. I tried to be polite to Libya, and I waited a few hours, a day, a night. So I'm just gonna grab a little bit along the coastline here. Hopefully, I can take Madagascar with time, and I'm gonna leave the majority of Africa to Libya. Well, he deserves it. He's the one who paid the gold to build up his air force to kill off the entire Tanganyika army, and I'm basically just freeloading off of him invading and taking this for free. And then hopefully I can focus on once Tanganyika is done. Yeah, he's still active, so I don't know if he's logging in and moving his troops, but I suspect he realized the game is up and left it, and it just hasn't been long enough since he is gonna turn red, I suspect. But I need to take out Somalia, oops, maybe share North Sudan and Egypt with Libya. We'll see. I mean, he's obviously able to make a lot of progress much faster than that because he has more or less his entire army in Africa, whereas I only have not a small part, but it's only one part. I have maybe let's call it my first army here. My second army is in Turkestan. My third army is in Romania, something like that. Resource-wise, I've been doing okay. I took out Italy in roads. That gave me a bunch of cash. I'm now aiming to take out Turkey's last province here because I have too many wars running. Sorry. Mm, 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 mm. Here we go. I am at war with many nations. I'm at war with Turkey with one province, Ethiopia with four provinces, Ukraine with 10, and Turkestan with 10. So Tanganyika has a lot of provinces left, but I need to finish off these wars because they make my morale increase in my conquered territories go slower. So you don't want a lot of wars going on at once. I have already too many, and I'm kind of greedy here now, starting another war in Romania. But that's what we're gonna do anyways. So they are reloading, refueling, sorry, and I'm now patrolling over the aircraft of Romania. Now here we have clear terrain, and here we have clear terrain, Constanta and Craiova. This is good tank terrain, but unfortunately he has two anti-tank guns which are very strong against armor. So even if I have 6 tanks here, I don't want to send in them. So I'm going to use my artillery and fire on these. Because he doesn't have any, and that means the AI is probably gonna attack me. Yeah, as expected, and that's not gonna go very well for him attacking me. Maybe I should have fired on the. So is he gonna? I hope my fighter's gonna intercept his 2 bombers here when they try to go somewhere. Yeah. So basically, this is what I do. I'm gonna defend here, and I'm gonna defend here, and oh wait, he just sent his anti-air towards Pleven here. Oh, that's weird. Okay. Uh, I think I am going to attack this anti-tank gun. It's 60% already. You know, it's gonna do a lot of damage to my tanks, but yeah, that's something I have to take that on the chin. So in 47 minutes, I'm gonna reach. And then it's a question: Do I think I'm gonna send my tanks into Bucharest. Both his tanks and my tanks are gonna have lower combat efficiency. I know this is gonna hurt my forces, but this is Blitzkrieg, and I want the capital as fast as possible. So I think I'll do that. Yeah, I wish I could use this infantry to invade Bucharest, but they need to defend from this little fella here. And let's see what happens when the AI wakes up here on this northern border, invades. I left one core of tanks here to kind of slow down any invasion. But now you see that it's gonna take 2 hours and 18 minutes for these tanks. I have a motorized infantry as well. That's good for city fighting to reach Bucharest and the airplanes here. But that's the way. This is a very slow game. It takes hours to move from one province to another. And tomorrow, if you follow this stream, this diary of day-to-day progress, you will see how the war in Romania has progressed. My aim is to secure the Carpathian Mountains here, and maybe all the way up here to Iasi, which is an industrial town. And then I'll leave the rest of Romania to Germany, because that's kind of a fair deal, and I'll keep a good relation with my neighbor there. Um, Anything else? I haven't gotten a lot of comments about this game and this campaign, but I'd be happy to answer any questions. I built up quite a nice stockpile of resources. Of course, as controlling the Middle East, I have a large amount of oil. I will never have a trouble ever building. I can build as many motorized forces as I want to. Some nations will run into a bottleneck where they can only field infantry and artillery, which doesn't use fuel. That will never happen playing Saudi Arabia. So that's good. So that's about it for today and today's stream of Saudi Arabia. Day 11. I will soon finish my research of anti-air and self-propelled anti-air. And then I am planning on researching self-propelled artillery level 1, so I can use that along with my tanks, my fast moving units. And there's another advantage too. I think I can stack up to 6 artillery with 6 self-propelled artillery together, and they won't get a efficiency reduction because they're two different types of artillery, so they don't count as exceeding the maximum limit for maximum efficiency, which I think is 6 per stack, but I quite can't remember that. As my second research, I might go for commandos. They can only be built in the capital, but they're quite powerful units with 8, 10. They can't be upgraded, so these are their values always. But they have 100% extra strength in mountains and even 25 in cities. So they're good city defenders and definitely very good mountain defenders. And remember, I am defending mountains when it comes to the Caucasus and a bit here in northern Persia. So, even if I only can build one in Jauf, oh, I forgot to say, Jauf is my new capital here. It's a bit more to the north and closer to my newly conquered. It's in the center of my empire, and that's what you want. So if I can pump out a few commandos and place them in the mountains, and they're kind of cool and neat. Maybe it would be more useful to actually research railroad guns, long-range artillery. Very expensive to build, extremely expensive, but unless you have a strong air force, tactical air force, which I don't, that's one way of getting a range advantage to your opponent. We'll see. I haven't decided. I have a couple of hours before I have to decide this. So that's all for day 11. Thank you for watching and hope you enjoyed the stream. Don't forget to go, if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to go to my Twitch channel and follow me there so you get an update when I present a new diary development of this campaign if you're interested. See you next time. Thank you. Goodbye.